Hello friends, welcome back to Magic with Melly. So today's reading, I feel it may be about finding something that fits you. Recently I was talking about fitness and looking for fitness programs, physical fitness and things like that, and your physical fitness does not have to look like a skinny model, big boobs, big butt, or big muscles, or like tall, or like whatever you think the societal standards needs. That's not what I mean by physical fitness and like trying to join a program and changing your body and changing yourself. Like, no. We're talking about like picking things that fit you. We're not picking things that fit society. We're picking things that fit you. And so that's going to look like a numerous amount of things. And I'm excited for what this reading might look like for you. I just want everyone to take a few moments to affirm the peace and protection and progress and prosperity in our lives. Just hold space, say thank you. Trust that the only person that could ruin things for you is you. Now, someone else may have their attempts and they may temporarily succeed if they have malicious intents. But karma is way more powerful than us earthly humans. You know, our higher power. And so someone's maliciousness will be returned with dark magic, and that's like by laws of nature. Dark magic will put people in a dark space for trying to put other people in dark spaces, and it's not going to be fun for that person. But anyway, we're going to just keep going and just trusting that everything's good here in the collective. We're all just trying to do our best, and I love that, and I really want to get those messages out for you. So let's see what the collective means as far as fitness and kind of looking into what that looks like and how to bring that in. We have Queen of Swords. Queen of Swords, first card. There's kind of a lot surrounding the Queen of Swords, so it's like, what's this Queen of Swords got to say? Is it you or is it someone else? You know, because we're definitely getting like, I'm getting like having a hard time fitting in as a concept here, or a theme, having a hard time fitting in. And Queen of Pentacles is giving the two queens, look. So behind Queen of Pentacles is Page of Pentacles. Now, this Page of Pentacles is indicating to me someone misusing your energy, someone being too close. Yeah, definitely someone being too close. Boundaries could be significant, and using your intuition could be significant. But I'm getting like maybe these queens, Queen of Swords and Queen of Pentacles, are besties. Or two females, or even two female energies. You don't have to be female, but maybe just like feminine energy is like receptive. So like just being feminine energy is like not just receptivity, but it's part of it is like letting things come to you, letting things being attracted to you, being magnetic, feminine energy may also be emotions. It may also just be spirit wanting to show like two individuals who started in a similar or same place, and like competition arise. Like it's like these queens are head to head a bit. But the situation here though is that maybe the Queen of Swords saw the Queen of Pentacles as like sitting in her grounded energy. This Queen of Pentacles is really grounded, kind of just really self-assured. And maybe the Queen, so by comparison, Queen of Swords is very airy and Queen of Pentacles is very grounded. So they're between the two queens. These are kind of opposite energies because one is really grounded, one's very airy. So I think if we're talking about air, something that's grounded versus not grounded, or feminine that's grounded versus not grounded, or secure versus not secure, I think that the Queen of Swords was insecure. Queen of Pentacles was very sure of herself. And so the Queen of Swords kept testing this Queen of Pentacles of like, I know I'm not grounded. I know, just like the Queen of Swords just knows who she is, right? Tells it like it is and stuff like that. But it's like she may have just been projecting on the Queen of Pentacles, because the Queen of Pentacles was authentic, and it's like the Queen of Swords maybe wasn't authentic. Maybe the Queen of Swords wants to be a Queen of Pentacles but isn't one. She's still a Queen of Swords. She's still grounding stuff. She's still manifesting things. She's still creating things. But then like she can't help but feel jealous, and jealousy don't look good on people. It just does not. It does not look good on anybody. It's an ugly color on everybody. And that's kind of what's going on here with the two queens. And it's like that Page of Pentacles was reversed. So it's like Page of Pentacles reverse is like, when I receive the Page of Pentacles as a card, it's like someone who's an entrepreneur or young and successful, something like that. And it's like someone who's sure of themselves will be successful very quick. And someone who's not very secure and sure of themselves, they're going to have a longer, harder time. And they may even do all this projecting, which then delays things, because trying to delay someone else will then further delay you. And you were already delaying yourself by being distracted by someone else's success, as if their success takes away from your success. You are you, I am me. That is that. And so here is really some twisted stuff. If you're in this, if you resonate with this anywhere in your life, it could be past, present, or future. Maybe this hasn't even happened to you yet, or you haven't even seen it. Maybe it is happening, but you're like yet to put it in your zone of awareness, because some people be really good at hiding. Some people, or they think that they are. It's like when you're not looking, it's going to be easy to hide, because it's like no one's looking for you. But when someone's looking, it's going to be harder to hide certain things. So I'm wondering if you need this lesson on triggers, emotions, and boundaries and such. Because yeah, like behind is the High Priestess. So it's like intuitively you will receive what you need, but sometimes you're like, I don't need that right now. It would be really inconvenient to have drama with my mom, or drama with my sister, or drama with my cousin, or drama with my friend, drama in the friend group, drama at work. Whatever the drama is, sometimes you neglect your boundaries or neglect like what you need, what you're receiving, because like you think about the convenience, but is it really convenient to have someone so shady around? Like that's not convenient. If anything, that is you allowing the block. Some of you are like asking spirit, oh, please remove my energetic blockages, blah, blah, blah. But like, you're not removing the physical blockages. Spirit can't move physical things. Spirit is not in our physical. We are. And so like through energy, like it's like certain things that you ask for, you gotta take the lead, and then spirit will follow. Or vice versa. Sometimes the spirit takes the lead because there's so much like of not, and spirit makes it like where you just can't not see certain things. Queen of Wands reverse. We had that King of Wands. Definitely like I definitely, that's like King of Wands, Queen of Wands. Behind the Queen of Wands reverse is this. This is definitely giving like, find that strength to walk away. Find that strength to walk away from what you know isn't serving you. Like, you know, when you leave or like expose yourself to situations or people, like you can feel your energy deplete, or you can feel your anxiety, you can feel certain things be triggered. Pay attention to that, and you don't have to have more of those experiences. Someone comes around, they give you anxiety. Know that your body is telling you for a fact, my body is carrying anxiety, and it's started because this person is in my space, right? And so it's like, trust what your body tells you over what somebody else, like what another human tells you. Essentially, like, you may be like, oh, you, like, you know, you give me, like, even if you're confrontational, right? Like, you're confrontational, like, oh, you give me anxiety. Like, I'm trying to, like, work through that and stuff like that. Maybe see how they receive what you say and be like, oh, like, that's not my intention. If they just say, like, over and over, like, that's not what I intended, that's not what I intended, they're arguing with you about whether or not you have anxiety. You know you have anxiety. At some point, like, it just don't lean too much into certain extremes. Like, really know the measurements that are applying in your life. But, like, just, if someone triggers your body, listen to your body more than you listen to other people, because they may try and cover up their energy with words, and just don't let them do that. You know, like, if their energy gives you anxiety and you're honest about that, you are giving them a chance to work it out, and their part in it is to meet you and give, like, and have their energy when they show up in the future. They shouldn't cause you the same amount, you know, the same amount of anxiety. You should see that become reduced, or like, they should, like, find the space to work with you on it. If they aren't actively, you know, meeting you where you're at and just saying, like, oh, you have a problem. Like, yeah, like, you have a problem, but it's like, you're also part of the problem, and now trying to not be a part of the problem and trying to make the whole problem on me. And it's like, the whole problem's not on me. Like, I'm just being honest, and you're not meeting your part in it. Like, accountability could be really important here. And accountability is really hard to deliver as a message, because sometimes you may not even realize you're not holding yourself accountable, or you don't hold someone else accountable when you should. Or, like, those missing details can have a domino effect. So make sure you're speaking up when you need to, making sure that you show up lovingly the way that you need to for yourself. Don't, like, you can't show up lovingly for someone else if you are neglecting yourself in the same space, in the same action. Because the person on the other end, where they're receiving your action, if it's not authentic, it still hurts them. Like, just show up authentically first, and lovingly first for yourself. And with that, you carry so much power into everything else. Because if you, like, say you're like, oh, I want this person to love me, like, I don't really care or love the situation, but I want this person to, like, it's like, there's falsehoods in certain ways you decide. If you're deciding based off of someone else versus based off of you, if you decide based off of someone else, there's a little bit of skewed, like, where you're shifting the situation over a little bit, where now that you've chosen based off someone else, then the situation, it has that pull away from you, because it's like the decision was the other energy, you let the other energy pull. So it's like that's what's part of that's not, it's like you may be thinking you're making 100% of a decision, but because part of it was with this person in mind or this situation in mind, is like really it could be you thought you chose 100% based off of you, but really you chose 20% based off of you, and 80% was 20% of this, 20% of this, 20% of this, 10% of this, 10% of this. Is like you're all scattered. So just being mindful of like are you showing up as authentically as you can and as lovingly as you can. Sometimes being authentic is the opposite of how you think you should show up. For example, it's like if you don't want to go somewhere but everyone wants you to go, just say you don't want to go, because then if you do go, like you're gonna hold resentment, and that's like worse than just not going. There's like, yeah, I think I've said a lot here with the messages. There's something you're not seeing, and I'm hearing has to do with accepting and denying. I'm hearing things that you're used to saying no to when you feel safe, and that's subjective to you. Only do it when you feel safe and strong enough to do it. But say the opposite answer every now and again. So if you're used to saying no, every once in a while say yes. If you're really used to saying yes all the time, every once in a while say no. And like kind of lean into what that feels like to step into new spaces energetically. Oh my goodness. Okay, so I was just like kind of somehow, and I really don't know how I arranged to do this, but I was able to have the deck into both the King of Wands, Queen of Wands reverse. And I'm really getting the counterparts. If the counterparts are going through storms right now, the Queen of Wands is isolating and the King of Wands is isolating, or at least like they're both hermit mode in order to see what they need to see to come to one another. Twin flame union, soulmate union, any like divine partnerships where spirit leads people to be together, to either have like that soul mission or like just divine love, granting divine, like, you know, heaven on earth. Is really giving like, sometimes one is reversed, one is upright. Sometimes here they're both reversed. I'm really getting like they both have been pulled out of their power by external circumstances, and right now both the Queen and King of Wands are calling back in their power and looking for one another amidst the illusion. Sort of like the King of Wands could be hiding in the Queen of Wands life, and the Queen of Wands can't see him until they both kind of sift through the damage and like some recoils and betrayals and conditionings, like some really deep spiritual learning is what I'm getting here. And like they're going through it to grow through it, to grow together. And I have nothing else to say. I mean, like, that's such a the power that the counterparts hold, the union holds, it's so powerful. It attracts in everything, okay? And that includes the good, the bad, the ugly, the beautiful, like everything. But emphasis on the bad, kind of like we're seeing new perspectives and like kind of breaking patterns and behavioral things. I'm just hearing like the devil card, so maybe one or both parties had addictions or even had just things that they still carry around. Maybe they don't want to carry it around anymore, but they still carry it around, and they're releasing, right? They're releasing. They know that there's things that don't apply to the connection or apply to what's good in our lives, and they know that, and they're trying to like adjust, because it's like seeing, like, it's like being so close but yet so far. So it's like maybe they are aware of each other but don't know, like they're just looking for like more validation that the Queen of Wands is the Queen of Wands and the King of Wands is the King of Wands, because amongst illusions, it's like the Queen of Swords may have made herself look like a Queen of Pentacles or a Queen of Wands, and the person who wants, you know, their person, they were fooled, and so they're like really trying to make sure they're not going to be fooled again. So this is really powerful energy. Y'all are working through it. Y'all are feeling it. I validate, and I'm here for you. Let me know if you need any personal readings. And oh yeah, earlier I said someone was too close because literally someone was like nearly sitting on my car, like eating out of a napkin, like on my car, and then they were like walking around my car and like looking at me a bit, and I kept saying, yep, someone's too close, and it's like, it was synchronistic, because if your enemy or someone you don't know very well is close to you, that is dangerous. Because if you don't know them very well, you don't know when a flip will switch. You don't know anything. You don't know how solid their good character is. When they show you good character, it's just like, make sure you know people well enough before you bring them into your spaces. Make sure that you hold boundaries and you make it obvious if you're uncomfortable or comfortable. Like, make those things apparent and have those conversations. Yeah, if someone triggers your anxiety, maybe tell them so that they have a chance to work it out. But if they are incapable or even choose not to, see that for what it is and have less experiences. Like, literally trust that if you're seeing it bad, trust that there's more bad coming. Exactly like what you're seeing, or even worse. The worst gets worse and the good gets better. But you can change, you make it, like, life's what you make it. So you make it whatever you want it to be. Just because something's bad doesn't mean it's gonna be bad forever. That's what I was saying. Like, just because someone shows you one bad action, don't just like take their one action and like have all these feelings. Like, really measure, like, am I meeting this situation with the right amount of feelings? Am I having the right amount of feelings for the situation, mind, body, and soul alignment? Because sometimes you want something so bad but it doesn't want you back. That's messed up. That's not fair. Like, just so many various energies. Like, make sure you feel matched, you feel level and good, and that you can expand. Don't just stay stuck in the same things over and over and again. Either feel matched or grow. Okay, so that's all the messages. Patience is key here. Patience is key. So fill that cup so that you can kind of fill your own cup so that you could be in 2 of cups, or so you can be in 3 of cups, and really be celebrating the situations that you got going. Okay, so yeah, temperance, fill your own cup. You got this. I'm hearing that you may be tapping into creative projects, and they may be totally new ideas or ideas that you've just been sitting on. Time doesn't wait for anybody, so you might as well stop waiting. Okay, goodbye and be magical. Go out there and you got this.